complete story of Ash's Pikachu. It just doesn't make sense how Ash's Pikachu went from a useless rodent in the Kanto region to one of the strongest Pokemon in the world, right? Could it be that Ash's Pikachu is secretly a legendary Pokemon or an invincible Pokemon that was created in Professor Oak's lab, just like Mewtwo? Let's find out. The story of Pikachu begins when he was a cute little Pichu living happily just like other Pokemon in the wild. But he was all alone because his group abandoned him when they discovered that his electricity was unpredictable and uncontrollable. So there he was, all alone in the jungle, roaming around by himself until he bumped into a group of coughing, which ended up poisoning him and causing him to fall down a mountain. Thankfully, he landed in the arms of a Kangaskhan, who took him in and treated him as one of her own. Pichu bonded well with the Kangaskhan and considered them his family, even viewing the baby Kangaskhan as his little brother. However, there was a major problem that the mother Kangaskhan was hiding from Pichu. Mother Kangaskhan are only meant to take care of one baby Pokemon. Carrying around and providing for two baby Pokemon was exhausting, and food resources had to be split between the two. Pichu noticed this and started feeling bad for imposing on the Kangaskhan. He wanted to leave, but the mother Kangaskhan still wanted to take care of him and wouldn't let him go because she knew how badly poor Pichu needed a home. One night, after Kangaskhan brought Pichu and her mother into a cave to rest, Pichu made the tough decision. He left. He thought it would be better for the baby Kangaskhan to get all the nourishment and attention it needed, and that he should return to the wild. Sadly, that night, Pichu left without saying anything and waved goodbye. Through this emotional buildup, Pichu evolved into the Pikachu we know and love today. As Pichus evolved through their happiness level, and Pikachu was feeling a lot of intense emotions after leaving Mother Kangaskhan. After he left, Pichu spent the better part of 6 years roaming the forest of the Kanto region before Professor Oak caught him. I bet Oak wanted to catch this particular Pikachu and save it for Ash because he already encountered this Pikachu when he traveled to the past in Celebi, Voice of the Forest. This is how Oak was able to know to give Ash this Pokemon on Ash's first day as a Pokemon trainer. I have clarified that Pikachu wasn't created in a lab, but the things he has done throughout his life doesn't convince me otherwise that he isn't a legendary Pokemon. All that time in Oak's lab must have made Pikachu so grumpy because one fateful day, Oak just released him from his Pokeball and gave him to Ash. I understand why he shocked Ash and Oak now. Poor Pikachu just wasn't ready to let anyone in yet after being abandoned by his group and running away from the love of Mother Kangaskhan. Even though Pikachu hated Ash at first sight, they quickly became friends when Ash demonstrated his willingness to sacrifice himself for Pikachu's safety. Through his new trainer, Pikachu became close friends with Misty and Brock. Soon enough, Pikachu encountered the Team Rocket trio of Jessie, James, and Meowth at a Pokemon Center. After Pikachu defeated Team Rocket and demonstrated his power, the trio committed to capturing Pikachu and began following his group. Pikachu found his first group of teammates in a Caterpie, who evolved into Butterfree, and a Pidgeotto, who later evolved into a Pidgeot. Throughout his travels, Pikachu became best friends with Misty's Togepi, helping Misty take care of it and keeping it out of trouble from time to time. Through Ash's help, Pikachu learned to increase the power of his electric attacks and used it to defeat Brock. Later on, Pikachu even had the chance to evolve after Lieutenant Surge's Raichu defeated him, but he refused because he wanted to prove his strength without evolving. It's things like this that make me believe Pikachu might be a legendary Pokemon. After going through thick and thin, Ash and Pikachu were able to gather all 8 gym badges, as Pikachu participated in 5 out of Ash's 8 Kanto gym battles and several Indigo League battles. This allowed them to enter the Indigo League, despite having stalkers on their tail. But Ash didn't even end up in the top 15. Damn, I'd be depressed if that happened to me. Thankfully, Pikachu was there for Ash to cheer him up and help him bounce back from depression. After the league, Pikachu, Ash, Misty, and Brock went to the Orange Islands, another part of the Kanto region, to retrieve the GS ball from Professor Ivy. Pikachu was delighted when Ash decided to explore the Orange Islands, discovering that they had a league to compete in. Pikachu ended up participating in 3 out of the 4 Orange Islands gym battles and helped Ash win the Orange League after defeating Drake. At the end of Pikachu and Ash's journey in the Kanto, their journey came full circle as it was initially Ash dedicating himself to Pikachu, but in the end, Pikachu fully dedicated himself to Ash. This was just the beginning, as ahead of Pikachu lay 8 more regions to explore. After Pikachu was skull bashed by Gary's Eevee, Ash decided to take Pikachu along with his other Pokemon to Johto with him so they could meet new Pokemon, face Gary again, collect 8 badges from the gym leaders in the Johto region, and compete in the Johto League. Just like it was in Kanto, Pikachu, Ash, Misty, and Brock impacted the many people and Pokemon they met along the way. Pikachu was with his usual traveling companions, Charizard, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, even though they would leave at some point, only to return to help in the league. Pikachu even encountered new teammates along the way, Heracross, Chikorita, who later evolved into Bayleaf, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Noctowl, and Phanpy. Eventually, Pikachu participated in all of Ash's Johto gym battles and significantly helped in the Johto League Silver Conference, where Ash finished in the top 8 after losing to Harrison. Pikachu was disappointed when Misty and Brock had to return home, but decided to go with Ash to the new region of Hoenn. While they were about to set sail to Hoenn, Ash and Pikachu were attacked by Team Rocket, who used an electromagnet to stick Pikachu to it and drain his electricity. Thanks to some wild Pokemon and Officer Jenny, Pikachu was saved, but he ended up with a severe illness caused by the electromagnet. Once Pikachu and Ash arrived in Little Root Town in Hoenn, Ash called Professor Birch for help, as the town did not have a Pokemon Center. Pikachu was treated by Professor Birch, who strapped him to a machine to drain the overload of electricity he had received. But the machine exploded when the electricity levels became too high. Pikachu then ran off, with Ash and Professor Birch chasing after him. Eventually, Ash found Pikachu, but in his confused state, Pikachu attacked him and fled off the cliff. Ash jumped after him and caught him before grabbing onto a branch. Pikachu tried resisting, but Ash managed to get through to him and calm him down. When Ash and Pikachu were pulled up to safety, Team Rocket arrived and captured Pikachu. However, their mecha accidentally cured Pikachu of his illness, and he was able to blast them off. As his journey in Hoenn officially kickstarted, Pikachu became close friends with May and her first partner Pokemon, Torchic, who evolved into Combuskin and then into Blaziken. He also formed a strong bond with May's younger brother Max and was happy to be reunited with Brock. Pikachu found new teammates in Tello, who evolved into Swellow, Trico, who evolved into Grovel and later into Sceptile, Corphish, Torkoal, and Snowrunt, who evolved into Glalie. Pikachu also became best friends with Brock's Hoenn's first partner Pokemon, Mudkip, who evolved into Marshtomp. During their time in Hoenn, Pikachu and his friends encountered and opposed the plans of Team Magma and Team Aqua. In another adventure, Pikachu suffered amnesia due to an explosion caused by one of Team Rocket's failed plans. Taking advantage of his condition, Team Rocket convinced Pikachu that they were his friends. Can you imagine? Turns out it takes way more than that to turn Pikachu away from Ash, as Pikachu regained his memory. I'm not sure if he regained his memory from this explosion or from Ash protecting him during a fall into a river. Pikachu was possessed by the blue orb controlled by Team Magma during their final operation, which involved Groudon. With the help of Lance, the champion of Kanto, and Team Rocket, Pikachu and the others foiled Team Magma and Team Aqua's plans. Pikachu escaped the orb's control after the legendary Pokemon stopped rampaging. Pikachu participated in 7 out of Ash's 8 Hoenn gym battles and gave his all in the Hoenn League Championships, where Ash finished in the top 8 after losing to Tyson. After the league, Pikachu and Ash met Scott, the owner of the Kanto Battle Frontier, who offered Ash a chance to compete. Pikachu reunited with his friends and embarked on the new journey with Ash, May, Max, and Misty, whose first destination was close to Cerulean City. Pikachu was delighted when 3 of Ash's Pokemons from Hoenn joined them, while the other 2 stayed at the lab. Pikachu's old Johto teammates, Phanpy, who later evolved into Donphan, also rejoined them. He was even happier when Brock caught up with them just before they left Pallet Town. Pikachu made a new friend in Ipom, who had been following Ash and was the only Pokemon Ash caught during their Battle Frontier journey. By the end of the Battle Frontier journey, Pikachu had participated in 3 out of 7 of Ash's Frontier battles and helped Ash win the Battle Frontier after defeating Brandon. Ash was offered the opportunity to become a Frontier Brain, but declined because he wanted nothing more than to continue his Pokemon journey. I wonder how Pikachu would have turned out if Ash accepted the offer. Maybe he wouldn't have reached his full potential. Maybe he wouldn't have ever set foot in Sinnoh. When Ash and Pikachu left for Sinnoh, Ipom sneaked aboard their boat and stayed with them for the journey. Immediately, they arrived in Sinnoh. Team Rocket tried to steal Pikachu again while Ash was talking to Professor Oak on the phone. However, after a fallout between Meowth and Wobuffet, their balloon blew up, and Pikachu fell into the forest with Team Rocket blasting off again. Pikachu was found by a new trainer named Dawn and her partner Piplup. After attempting to catch Pikachu and realizing he belonged to someone else, Dawn saw him get captured by Team Rocket but couldn't hold them off on his own. Dawn and Piplup decided to protect Pikachu, successfully defeating Team Rocket. Pikachu then collapsed from exhaustion, and Dawn brought him to a Pokemon Center to recover. Once Pikachu had fully recovered, he continued to search for Ash with the help of Dawn and her Piplup. While looking for Ash, Pikachu, Dawn, and Piplup encountered Team Rocket again. This time, Ash arrived just in time to save Pikachu, and they were happily reunited. Pikachu welcomed a new teammate, Starly, who later evolved into Staravia and then into Staraptor. Pikachu was delighted when Brock rejoined them for their new adventure, and even happier when Dawn decided to travel with them, forming a close friendship with her and an unbreakable bond with her Piplup. Before starting their new journey, Pikachu and Ash battled Paul, a trainer they had met earlier, in a 3-on-3 battle. Pikachu was used as Ash's final Pokemon in a battle against Elekid. The battle was surprisingly even, as both Pokemon were eventually left so exhausted that they collapsed, resulting in the battle being declared a tie. Way to go, Pikachu! Pikachu gained 5 more new teammates: Turtwig, Chimchar, Buizel, who was initially Dawn's Pokemon before being traded for Ipom, Gligar, and Gibble. Pikachu also became best friends with Dawn's Bunnery, who had a crush on him. In a battle with a trainer and his Raichu, Pikachu got injured badly. While he was recovering, Ash brought out the Thunderstone he had kept since their battle with Lieutenant Surge. Ash explained his reasons for keeping it and left Pikachu to decide if he wanted to evolve. When they checked on Pikachu, they found him training instead of evolving. Pikachu chose not to evolve and later won a rematch against the trainer's Raichu. That's kind of badass if you ask me. But you know what else is badass? People who watch this video and actually subscribe to me. Yup, you are badass. Anyway, Pikachu, along with everyone, encountered Team Galactic several times before getting involved in their final operation. Pikachu participated in 4 out of 8 of Ash's Sinnoh gym battles. Before the league, Pikachu saw his teammate Cyndaquil evolve into Quilava. Pikachu performed well in the Sinnoh League tournament, but Ash ended up in the top 4 after losing to Tobias. After the league, Pikachu had to say goodbye to Dawn and his best friend Piplup, who didn't want to part with anyone. After bidding farewell to Brock, Pikachu and Ash returned to Pallet Town. A few months later, Pikachu and Ash accompanied Professor Oak and Delia on a trip to Unova. Upon arriving in Unova, Pikachu and Ash were ambushed by Team Rocket again. During the confrontation, Zekrom appeared in a storm cloud and accidentally canceled out Pikachu's electric attacks, causing Pikachu to perform poorly in Ash's first battle against Trip. Pikachu regained his electric attacks after Zekrom appeared again and stayed with Ash as he traveled around Unova. Along the way, Pikachu met Iris after Ash mistook her for a Pokemon. Pikachu became close friends with Iris, Sillin, Iris's Axu, and Sillin's Pansage. Throughout their journey, Pikachu found new teammates, including Pidove, Oshawott, Tepig, Snivy, Scraggy, Sewaddle, Palpitoad, Roggenrola, Crocorock. Pikachu was a key player in 5 out of 8 of Ash's Unova gym battles. After Ash won all his badges, Pikachu and Ash reunited with Cynthia and befriended the mythical Pokemon Meloetta. Pikachu saw his friends Dawn and Piplup again while preparing for a tournament they were all entering. After the tournament and Dawn's departure to Johto, they got involved in Team Rocket's Operation Tempest. Pikachu and Ash were captured as hostages to force Meloetta to cooperate with Team Rocket. They managed to free themselves and Meloetta, ending Team Rocket's plans with help from Sillin, Cynthia, Iris, and Ridley, Meloetta's friend. Pikachu then participated in the Unova League, where Ash finished in the top 8 after losing to Cameron. After the league, Pikachu, Ash, and their friends visited the White Ruins of Reshiram. There, they met In and reconnected with Looker, encountering Team Plasma, who were working on a Pokemon control device. During their first encounter, Pikachu fell victim to the device, but broke free after hearing Ash's voice. How else would Pikachu have broken free? Pikachu and his friends traveled within for a while. During a festival celebrating Kanto in Burbank City, Pikachu remembered their old friend Charizard. Ash asked Professor Oak to send Charizard, reuniting Pikachu with Charizard, who then rejoined Ash's party full-time. As they made their way to the White Ruins, Pikachu, Ash, and In fell into a hole while trying to prevent Team Plasma from obtaining the Light Stone containing a sleeping Reshiram. Pikachu was put under Team Plasma's control, but was freed after In made a deal with them. Pikachu, alongside his friends, witnessed Reshiram awaken and come under Team Plasma's control. However, Pikachu, with the help from Ash, Looker, Iris, Sillin, and even Meowth, managed to destroy the device controlling Reshiram and end Team Plasma's plans. With their adventures in Unova complete, Pikachu, Ash, Iris, and Sillin took a detour to the Dekalora Islands before heading back to Kanto. They met Alexa, a journalist from Kalos. After saying goodbye to Axu, Sillin, and Iris, Pikachu and Ash returned to Pallet Town, reunited with their friends at Professor Oak's lab, and prepared for their next adventure in Kalos with Alexa. Pikachu and his trainer were so eager for a gym battle once they arrived in Kalos. They even got thrown out of the Lumiose gym for not having enough badges. Pikachu made new close friends in Clement and his little sister, Bonnie. Along their journey, Pikachu and Ash gathered new teammates: Froakie, Fletchling, Haluka, Groomy, and Noibat. Pikachu also reunited with Serena, a childhood friend of Ash, and formed a strong bond with her. During their adventures, Pikachu served as the leader of all the Pikachu celebrities in a movie directed by Frank, who was fond of all the wild Pikachu from Pikachu Village, including Ash's. Pikachu played the role of Super Pikachu, with Ash dubbing his lines. Halucha, dressed in a Super Pikachu costume, acted as Pikachu's stunt double. In Kalos, Pikachu and his friends encountered a mysterious Pokemon nicknamed Squishy by Bonnie, and who was being hunted by Team Flare. During Team Flare's assault on the city, Pikachu and Ash were hit by Celosia's Drapion's Confuse Ray. Pikachu lost consciousness while trying to protect Ash, who was also unconscious. They were captured and restrained at the top of Prism Tower. Pikachu and the rest of Ash's Pokemon were used as hostages by Lysandre. After regaining consciousness, Pikachu and Ash witnessed the destruction caused by Lysandre and saw Squishy transformed into Zygarde. Despite being shocked by Squishy's true identity, Pikachu helped Ash defend it against Lysandre, who intended to control Squishy. Pikachu called out to Ash, helping him resist Lysandre's control and break free from their restraints with the help of Elaine's Charizard. Pikachu and his friends were then ready to battle and eventually contributed to stopping Team Flare's plans. For their heroic efforts, Pikachu and Ash's Pokemon received the honor of Kalos medals. Before heading back to Kanto, Pikachu had to say goodbye to Serena, Clement, and Bondi. Pikachu and Ash returned to Pallet Town, where Ash announced his arrival home to his mother. Upon Pikachu and Ash's arrival in the Alola region, they were chased by a Beware and ended up at the Pokemon School. They quickly became involved in local events, such as helping Kiawe fend off Team Skull. Pikachu and Ash were impressed by Kiawe's use of the Z move Inferno or Overdrive, and Pikachu was thrilled when Ash decided to stay in Alola and attend the Pokemon School, especially after Ash received his own Z-Ring. Pikachu formed close friendships with Ash's new classmates Kiawe, Lana, Lily, Mallow, and Sophocles. During a lunch break, Pikachu and Ash were challenged by the guardian deity Tapu Koko, who taught them how to use the Z-Crystal, Electrium Z, and the move Gigavolt Havoc. Pikachu gained new teammates and also made best friends with the Pokemon belonging to his classmates, including Kiawe's Alolan Marowak, Lana's Poplio, Lily's Alolan Vulpix, Mallow's Bounsweet, and Sophocles' Togedemaru. In their first major challenge, Pikachu and Rowlet took on the Verdant Cavern Trial, successfully defeating the Totem Gumshoes and earning Ash a Normalium Z Crystal. Pikachu formed a close friendship with a Cosmog nicknamed Nebby, which Ash took care of. When Nebby evolved into Cosmoem and was kidnapped by Faba, Pikachu joined Ash, Gladion, and Lily on a mission to rescue it, eventually leading them to Pony Island and the Altar of the Sunny. Here, Nebby evolved into Solgaleo, enabling them to travel through an ultra wormhole to save Lusamine from Nihilego's control. Pikachu and Ash use the powerful Z-move 10 million volt Thunderbolt to free Lusamine. Pikachu attended Professor Cookie's and Professor Burnett's wedding and joined the Ultra Guardians to help Ultra Beast return to their homes. During their adventures, Pikachu encountered Elima, admired his Z-move Evium Z, and battled Team Skull. On Ula Ula Island, Pikachu faced Jesse's Mimikyu in a pre-trial battle set by Island Kahuna Nanu. Pikachu and Ash used their Z-move 10 million volt Thunderbolt to win the battle. Pikachu continued to participate in Ultra Guardian missions, helping Necrozma restore its Ultra form in Poi Pole's homeworld. Pikachu also made friends with a messy-haired Eevee, later nicknamed Sandy, and Shaman, which Mallow took care of. Pikachu battled Guzma's Golisopod in the Monolo Conference semifinal and helped Ash win the Alola League by defeating Gladion. Pikachu also participated in an exhibition match against Kukui's Tapu Koko, using their powerful Z-move to win. Finally, Pikachu decided to travel the world with Ash after saying heartfelt goodbyes to their Alolan friends and receiving a final farewell at the airport. Pikachu accompanied Ash to the opening ceremony of Cerise Laboratory, where they met Go and formed a strong bond. They rode Lugia together, and Pikachu became close friends with Go's Score Bunny. Ash and Go became research assistants at Cerise Laboratory, exploring Pokemon secrets. Pikachu gained new teammates, including Dragonite, Gengar, Lucario, Sirfetch'd, and Dracovish. In Galar, Pikachu witnessed Dynamax and Gigantamax battles and Gigantamaxed himself during a fight with a Gigantamax Dreadnought, which he defeated with G-Max Volt Crash. He later fought Leon's Charizard, but lost despite his Gigantamax form. In Ash's first World Coronation Series match, Pikachu faced Vizquez's Raichu and Electroid, winning the latter battle with Iron Tail and Electroweb. When Pikachu felt neglected due to Ash's focus on training Riolu, he ran away to Pallet Town but reconciled with Ash after realizing their deep bond. During a Fall Link's encounter in Galar, Pikachu helped manage a misunderstanding between the Pokemon and Go's Grookey. Pikachu played a crucial role in Ash's match against Volkner, defeating Electivire with a powerful 10 million volt Thunderbolt. Pikachu participated in a Gigantamax battle with Opal's Alchemy, although he was mistaken for being Gigantamax due to overeating. In battles against Bay and Volkner, Pikachu showed resilience and skill. In an alternate world event, Pikachu temporarily devolved into Pichu, but returned to normal after Arceus intervened. Pikachu supported Ash in his Masters Tournament journey, witnessing and participating in critical battles. He defeated Steven Stone's Cradily and Mega Metagross, helping Ash advance. Pikachu fought valiantly against Cynthia's Spiritomb, eventually falling to Destiny Bond. In the finals against Leon, Pikachu battled Cinderace and Charizard, ultimately securing victory and crowning Ash as the new monarch. Pikachu is one impressive rodent. He managed to undergo significant growth throughout their journey together, showcasing development both in battle prowess and personal relationships. Through new friendships, diverse team dynamics, emotional challenges, and significant battles, Pikachu evolved remarkably without transforming into a Raichu. I wonder what the Pokemon world would be like if all Pokemon were as resilient as Pikachu was. Through his story, we have seen that Pikachu is neither lab nor legendary Pokemon, but the evidence has shown that he has the potential to be stronger than one. Either that or Ash is just that good of a trainer, which is why you should check out his life story. See you there. Peace!